Okay. I'm just gonna get into it. Remember, in 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 the beginning, God talk about darkness and the void, and He said the void was nothing before He showed Himself to make form, but darkness was close to Him, so He showed us like darkness was evil and the void, meaning nothing. There was nothing here, no light, no nothing, and God show Himself light before we even have a sun. Okay, you notice that, right? And you notice that Yahshua always talking about light, but I'm gonna show y'all, because this is important. Let me talk about it while I'm going through it. Alright. Let's start in Genesis. Alright, so in Genesis 1, 2, 4, 5, and 18. It's Genesis 1, verses 2, verses 4, verses 5, verses 18. And you see that God show you that He is light. Let's read it. And the earth was without form. That means there was nothing here. There was nothing here. There was no form. There was nothing here. And void. It was nothing. Nothing. And darkness was on the face of the deep. There was nothing here. There was nothing here. It was dark. It's so dark. There was nothing. No light, no nothing. Okay? He said, on the face of the deep. Them scientists can tell you when they go into the deepest part of the ocean how dark it is. Ain't no light. But how dark that is darker than that. It's darker than that. The darkest cave you can find is darker than that. The blackest paint you can find is darker than that. They can use the darkest paint in the world and paint this place, paint a whole room black, and go in there, and it's blacker than that, darker than that. What I mean, there's void, nothing. There's nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay? And it said the Spirit of God was hovering over the face of the waters. That means water was dead. The water had not no life either. There was nothing. And even the water was dead. That means the water was still. It was stagnant. It was moving. And then God said, let there be light. And there was a light. God showed His light. He gave us a light. It was light. Right there. There was nothing here. Nada. Zilch. And then God gave us light. You have to understand that God is light. And He said, let there be light. Meaning, I am the light. And here I am. Like I am here. I am light and I am here. Plain and simple. God is telling you, I am here. I am the light. I am here. Plain blank. So every day when you wake up and go to sleep, don't think God is here. He's light. Alright. Okay. So we went to 2. And it said 4. And it said, and He saw the light that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. There was already division. He didn't say He divided Himself from the void. He showed Himself in the void and make it something. And He divided the light from the darkness. Now, when you go to 18 now, what it says? No. Let me go back to 17 to go to 18 so you can understand. And God set them in the firmaments of the heaven and give light on the earth. So he's talking about the greater light and the lesser light. He's talking about the moon and he's talking about the sun. All right. You know what? Let's go back a little bit more, because let's go back a little bit more. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmaments of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and then let them be signs and seasons." And for days and for years. So he's talking about the sun and he's talking about the moon. But listen what 18 says. So he set in the firmament of the heaven to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw it was good. From the beginning, God said he divided himself from darkness. God's telling you from the beginning there was nothing here. The void had nothing. He didn't say the void is darkness. The void was nothing. It was no form. And then God divided himself, divided the light, because God said, "Let there be light," and he divided the light from the darkness. Because remember in 2 it says, "And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep." I mean, there was nothing in the darkness. It was just dark. There was void. And then he said God separated the light from the darkness. From there, he's trying to tell you he is light. And you notice every time when he created, he doesn't work at night. So he's trying to tell you he's of the day. He have nothing to do with night. And God set them in the firmaments of the heaven to give light on the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and divide the light from the darkness. He did it. He said it again, right? He showed it from the void, that he separated the deeps of the darkness away from the. He made himself light in the void, and he separated the darkness from his light. You get that? Now he's telling you that he put the sun and the moon in the sky for day and night. But he also separated day and night, which is the day and night we go through every day. So he's telling, this is two different things. Two different things. He's telling you darkness, because every time you go through the Bible, he tells you darkness is evil. Darkness is evil. Let's go into that. Let's go into the next one. All right. Let's go to Exodus 10. Now, Exodus 10, we're going to read 21 and 22. All right. And the Lord said to Moses, "Stretch out your hands towards the heaven, and there may be darkness over the land of Egypt, darkness which may be felt." I mean, this darkness, we're not talking about the deeps and deeps. We're talking about darkness, evil. Evil. That means you ever walking up into a you ever seen a building that was abandoned and it's dark, and when you can You can feel the spirits and shit. I mean, say it like that, but you can feel it. Whew, okay. So Moses stretched out his hands towards the heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They did not see one another, nor did anyone rise from its place for 3 days. But all the children of Israel had light in their dwellings. You understand when I tell you? And you notice, if y'all pay attention, that everything that happened, every plague that happened again. All of them. The locusts, we heard about it. Crops dying. Animals dying, even if it was man-made. Even if it was. They might be able to fake everything else. But that darkness, all right. You might be able to have a swarm of mosquitoes swarm a place, an area. Yeah, you might be able to kill off animals and destroy crops. But that darkness, all right. This is more about what happened with Moses. Like when they were walking to go to the area of where he split the sea. He stretched a hand over and he split the sea. But listen what it says. Exodus 14:20. Right? They were talking about, and it came to pass. Okay? And it came between the camps of the Egyptians and the camps of the Israelites. Thus it was cloud and darkness to one, and it gave light by the night to another. I mean, every night a cloud come and it gives them light. Even if it was daytime and it was dark, it gave them light. It gave them light. It was their lead, their guide. So even when they were walking, all of them was able to see. All of them were able to see. And it was a lot of them. So I can't imagine how bright that light was. Bright light was able to guide them to where they were going. And remember God's always saying that I led you from Egypt. He said, I led you from Egypt. I, himself. Meaning that he was the light that shined with them. That this is how much God loves us. That he shines for the world to have light. But he specifically had light with them. Wow. I don't want to end it like this. All right, but Exodus 20, we'll go to 21. This is when God was given the commandments, right? And with thunder, and you can imagine how it was. But this is what he said. And Moses said to the people, do not fear, for God has come to you to test you, and that his fear may be before you, so that you may not sin. So the people stood far off, but Moses drew near and the thickness of